We pulled over. They surrounded us for about a half hour, wouldn't let us go. They called the SWAT teams.
That's Tim Dubnau, an organizing coordinator for the Communication Workers of America, which is the union for the 36,000 striking Verizon landline workers who have been out for 6 weeks in a dispute with Verizon. This particular video is taken in the Philippines, where 4 members of the CWA went down to take a look at Verizon's offshoring. Tim said that before the cops and the guns came out, they actually discovered some new information.
We talked to workers taking Verizon calls, and we discovered that the degree to which Verizon was outsourcing jobs was way more extensive than we thought. We uncovered and exposed thousands of Verizon jobs that are now being placed in the Philippines.
Now, the unions say that offshoring, where the jobs are moved overseas to take advantage of cheaper wages in countries like the Philippines and Mexico, is their main concern in this strike, even less so than the wage dispute. Verizon offered what they said was their last best final offer, and said they would be willing to give the workers a 7.5% raise over the course of the contract, but the union so far has rejected that. The company says they're going to keep on trying and sent us this statement about the trip to the Philippines. They called it a union-orchestrated circus act and said, "We're still perplexed as to why the CWA would spend tens of thousands of dollars for a fancy vacation to the Philippines at a time when 36,000 of our employees are lucky to get $200 a week from a union strike fund. Union members really need to ask their leaders whether they really think this gimmick will lead to a new contract and bring our employees back to work where they get excellent wages, health care, and retirement benefits." Now, the fracas in the Philippines was something that could have gone bad very easily. Certainly the members that went down there were scared, but I had to ask Tim, wouldn't the effort, time, and money that the CWA spent to fly these guys to the Philippines for 4 days be better spent in the United States? Was this a stunt?
This wasn't a stunt. We had 3 striking workers and myself, a very small delegation that went to the Philippines for 4 days. And so we learned a lot, and we learned that this company will really stop at nothing to make a buck, even though they're making $1.5 billion every month.
Well, it was clearly a stunt. I mean, okay, but I don't know many people that got a 7.5% raise last year, and you're talking about a lot of people making 6 figures already. So I'm not so sure they're really getting the sympathy. Is anybody else surprised that there are 39,000 people, though, working on landlines?
I think what's interesting is when Verizon made their last offer, they released a video to talk about this offer, and one of the things that the officials said in there is this is part of a restructuring or changing at the company. These jobs are going to be gone soon, whether they're in the Philippines or Mexico. They're not going to exist in 10 or 15 years because landlines are gradually being phased out. It's not good or bad, it's just the way it is.
Right, it's the inside light, it's the electric light bulb replacing the lamp, the oil lamp. I mean, it's technology.
Unfortunately for these workers, we can certainly feel for them in that respect because they had nothing to do with the changing economy.
That's exactly right.
Or technology.
Or technology, yeah, the changing technology.